Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing today? I am your Planetary Defense Commander, Star-Lord New Thor 7, and this is going to be a pretty chill, laid-back episode of my show as we just check out one single GFS run. It is the latest. It is the 06Z that goes from September the 29th to like October 14th. And so we are watching out for two main things that could impose or pose dangers. Like, I guess a couple. One, we're watching out for the storm around the 9th. And then we're watching out for something coming out of the Caribbean that would be a threat to being landfalling on the 13th. And so you can see now we have Sam curving out to sea, and supposedly the ones that come off of Africa are going to curve out to sea. But we got to watch about stuff coming out of the Caribbean. As you can see, you got a low system coming over Cuba and then heading up into the northeast, which has had a lot of rain and storms this year. And Mother Nature tends to go in patterns, but then you see a low kind of rotate all the way west. Now, we're not saying that it's specifically going to happen, but the danger zone is from like the 27th of September through like the 21st of October, with the main focus around the 13th. We're looking for doom and danger. And then you've got a super interesting scenario going on up in Europe as those lows that are coming off of Africa that will miss the USA, hopefully, will probably head up towards the European region and could create some pretty interesting storms. So, yeah, I mean, we got reason to believe that right around the 5th and final Pluto square Eris on the 9th, that we will get weird weather and definitely possibility of a pretty big storm, possibly a hurricane, around the 13th of October. So let's all be ready and let us all be prepared. I got a feeling that things are going to be crazy up until at least the 18th of October, for many reasons we've discussed in previous videos. And the THORnews October fundraiser, which usually starts a few days before the month, has begun. So if you'd like to contribute, I've only got $1,777 left to raise for October. I got a snail mail, a PayPal, a Venmo, a CashApp, and a Patron. And I hope to lead you all through what is going to be the next super crazy 6 months. And shout out to Mike. Mike came out of the hospital with his COVID complications and is now home with his family. Thank you for growing strong, getting stronger. Please rest up and stay cool. And it is my belief that the planets and their energy affect everything all around us almost every day. Having almost every planet on the exact same side of the sun is going to cause some major imbalance in the weather, earthquakes, volcanoes, and people's emotions. And so we've got probably the 6 biggest months of transformation coming up for America. Just a basic breakdown of what we'll be dealing with. Simplified, October 2021, the 5th of 5 Pluto square Erises. That'll be on the 9th. And then December of 2021, you get the 3rd of 3 Uranus square Saturns. And remember, on the first one, you had the February storm that killed 400 people when they shut the power grid down. And then on the second one, you had the giant heat wave that killed people in Canada. And the third one will be on Christmas Eve. And then in February of 2022, technically it's 2/20/2022, you get the USA Pluto return. Now, this isn't super doom. Rome technically had 2 USA Pluto returns, but look for the United States of America to continue to transform in its Plutonian first birth year. Northern Ireland faces a clown shortage. You can make your own jokes. I wish I could tell you that the next 6 months were going to be all fairy tales, unicorns, and romance. I think you know it's going to be kind of crazy. Musk said that Biden held an electronic vehicle summit and didn't invite Tesla. That's interesting. The sun is kicking into super high gear, and all signs point towards a very, very strong solar maximum in 2027, or 2025, I'm sorry. We've got 4 sunspots on the sun right now, And we've got a solar storm incoming from yesterday's blast. Should be here around the 30th or the 1st. I got caught off guard. I don't know why. I thought there were 31 days in September, but there are not. So definitely plan to see my fundraiser kick into a higher gear today through the 3rd and 4th, as usual. And as crazy as it gets, remember, there's always look for the light at the end of the tunnel. I think things will calm down on the 18th when Jupiter and Mercury go direct. And as a Sagittarius, I say that majorly. And remember, the last week of Jupiter retrograde is always feels like the world is ending. So, it's just going to be crazy up until the 18th is my guess. But yeah, there's a solar storm. We'll be looking at, they'll punching us in the face. And hopefully my sense of humor will return in the near future. But so the lights at the end of the tunnel to look at are after the 18th of October, although we'll still have weather danger. And then the spring of 2022, April, May, that's when I think things will really start to improve and hopefully calm down. But you'll have to stay tuned to see what happens. And it definitely looks like Sam is going to go out to sea, maybe a threat in some way, shape, or form to Europe. But as of right now, it's not a problem for the USA. And this is supposed to go out to sea too, but we will definitely keep our eyes on it because look how big of a freaking monster this thing is, man. Philip Klausbach, given current National Hurricane Center intensity forecast for Sam and Tropical Depression 20, the 2021 Atlantic hurricane season will likely meet no threshold for an above-average season. Everything seems above average this year. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that thing looks like a monster. And so we'll just continue to track all the things. But yes, all signs point towards that October 13th-ish date, or around the 9th, the exact date I've been talking about, of it being a problem for possible hurricanes or big storms. Mike's weather page, nothing solid long-term. Western Caribbean could be the spot to watch if there was a spot. High OHC and MJO moving in will allow help. Some 06 GFS ensembles still hinting second week of October. And so that is the main period I've been talking about for months. And so I like to make predictions if I think I have solid info. I nailed Hurricane Ida off the 4th of 5 Pluto squares, and then here's the 5th one we got to watch out for. Let's hope nothing happens, man, but definitely I don't think that's the way it's going to go down. Chris Crapon showing that Sam, although it's not any threat to land, is going to bring big waves to Bermuda. So if you're a Bermuda surfer, enjoy. And then the whole Pluto, we'll talk more about the Pluto year. But yeah, definitely expect, I've said I think crypto is going to get crunched in December, and we could see an overall major economic instability in December and January, February. And all signs are pointing towards that. There are so many supply chain issues across the globe, not just in America, but all over. And one of the biggest ones is computer chips. They're having a lot of big computer chip shortages, which affects many things in this modern digital age. Tesla CEO Elon on Tuesday warned the U.S. government they should steer clear of trying to regulate the crypto market. I was like, okay. Hey, check it out. The dollar is strengthening. Well, compared to a basket of other currencies. You're watching for a bunch of rain to come up through the middle of the USA from coastal Gulf of Mexico and be good to people for no reason. A blocking pattern will bring days of rain to parts of central United States. I got some good sleep last night because it was raining and thundering. Thursday looks like the day that Texas will get the most amount of rain through this area. And then you got a pretty good chunk of rain and storms headed to the Pacific Northwest. So, hey, my Canadians, you better batten down the hatches. A powerful fall storm will crash into the BC coast beginning today and through Thursday, bringing with it more heavy rain and strong gusty winds. How are you doing this fine morning? I think I got an ulcer. But, life is filled with ups and downs. Okay. So yeah, this is the 48-hour mixed precipitation. You can see a dash of snow over the Colorado, but you'll mainly see this area getting quite a bit of rain. And so watch out for flooding in specific areas. I would guess you can get anywhere from 4 to 8 inches in some of the green spots. Yeah, dude, this thing's a monster. I mean, Sam's already pretty decent sized, but look how giant that freaking thing is, man. I hope it doesn't head towards the USA. I don't think it will. But like I said, with everything retrograde, and it's just going to be a crazy next 2 or 3 weeks, my friends. Crazy. Every single month, except for one, I think it was August, had a major brand new volcano eruption, which we call the Volcano Advent Calendar of 2021. And that has continued in September with the Canary Islands, La Palma volcano. So will we get more volcanic eruptions in October, November, and December? My guess would be yes. Nightlight's talking about how they got treated to a weak substorm developments, giving gentle and mostly green auroras, playing with the 50% illuminated moon and the last colors of the Arctic fall. No wind, just nature and myself. Pristine. So yeah, auroras are beautiful, and they're pretty divine, if you ask me. One interesting and cool thing that Elon did say was that SpaceX is working with Dr. Paul Perlmutter at UC Berkeley on an exciting program with a big new space telescope that will be launched by Starship. That would be super great. And then we may be getting the James Webb Space Telescope finally launched the day before my birthday this year. So, there are interesting things happening all the time. Man, one day, hopefully my life will stabilize. I can get a dog. I love dogs. I want a dog. Okay. But that would probably come like next spring, I would guess. If my hackers would calm down and be cool, I could make an edited video about the mega comet, which scientists thought was a dwarf planet, is approaching our solar system. Apparently, the grand solar minimum / mini ice age guys are still just really upset. Oh, on that note, YouTube, Google says they're going to be blocking all anti-vaccine content and banning prominent anti-vaccine activists. So, that's interesting. I took the Moderna. I didn't have any major side effects that I know. I'm glad I did. People get mad when I say that, but it's the truth. Yeah, reminder, Eris retrograde, Pluto retrograde, Chiron retrograde, Uranus retrograde, Neptune retrograde, Saturn retrograde, Jupiter retrograde, Mercury retrograde. So the next week or two is definitely going to be crazy. So basically, like the Eris-Pluto square started around here, and then it'll end over here. So we're almost done with this horrible 2 years, and so that is good news. And I think I've done a good job as Planetary Defense Commander, but that's left up to each individual's interpretation. I also want to make an edited video about the sunspot, the giant red spot on Jupiter speeding up, but I would need my hackers to calm down. Ay caramba, fuego. Yeah, the Canary Islands magma has now reached the ocean. All right. I hope everybody has a super duper great, fantastic day and, close out September strong. I'm looking forward to all the challenges that the first 2 weeks of October are going to bring. And, I got Astro Fight Club. You guys take care of me every single time, and I'm super duper greatly appreciative of that. And I plan to be here for the rest of the year, giving you guys good, timely information. And hopefully my sense of humor will return soon. But I do a fundraiser every single month. It's so crazy. It's like my life is like a game show. So if you'd like to reward me for last month or this year, or heck, the 8 years I've been doing this. Oh, wow, THORnews is 8 years is like November 23rd. I've never had a proper party. Anyway, I got a snail mail. I got a PayPal. I got a Venmo. I got a CashApp. I got a Patron. I got a whole lot of love for y'all. Only $1,777 left to raise. Once again, thank you, Mike, for healing it and being Asteroid Fight Club strong. And if you want to send me a great letter, that would be fine and wonderful, because I keep getting angry letters the fact that I got vaccinated. And it's like, look, man, I'm pro-choice. If you don't want to get vaccinated, that's fine with you, but you shouldn't be judging me for it. In my opinion, I'm not judging you. Okay, great. God bless everyone. Talk to y'all soon. Stay cool.